Blessings and salutations, wonderful Aquarius and the cross-watchers who love you. I'm Sunny the Urban Tarot, and it's a general collective read. It may not resonate to all of you, but I appreciate your view. I appreciate you coming through and everything you do to help my channel grow in a positive way. It's appreciated. Shout outs to you. If you enjoy the vibe, please like, share, subscribe. Everything you need to know about this video will be in the script below or the about section of this channel. All right, beautiful Aquarius, I'm glad you're here. Hope you're doing well. Okay, Father God, thank you for your mercy, blessing, protection, direction, abundance, and forgiveness. Please show me to receive through your grace, my angel, answer, spirit, God, the highest good of Aquarius. Amen. Please show me what I need to see for the highest good for Aquarius from March 8th to March 15th. Anything for the middle of March 2022 for the highest good of Aquarius. March 8th to March 15th, 2022 for Aquarius. Highest good, please. Please show me what I need to see with priority for the highest good of Aquarius. Okay. Alrighty. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. Okay. What is for this week? And it's like, So for Aquarius, this energy is like, okay, look, I'm not losing any more sleep over things that I cannot control, for things that, oh, have no hold. In the process of this, I'm saying some funny, and it's a sidebar, because in the process of me flicking this, when this card flew out, it knocked this Queen of Cups straight off this confirmation deck. It's like that trend. It's like for some of you Aquarius, this Six of Swords, your progression, your movement, something that you're moving on from, is definitely caused a shake and a break in someone. All right, now, Magician came to a little to the side, but these major arcana is coming out for you. Aquarius, please show me what I need to see. Please, Father, angels, ancestors, and spirit guides. Temperance in reverse. For Aquarius, please. Ace of Wands. Aquarius, please. March 8th to March 15th, 2022. Ooh, for Aquarius, how is good. Sugar honey iced tea. Aquarius, you ready to see? For Aquarius, this is for Aquarius. Ancestor spirit guides. Knight of Swords. King of Pentacles in reverse. Alrighties. Now, let me just say this. Bottom of this deck is the Ten of Cups in reverse. Mind you, and I'm starting to do this little sneaky peek that I'm starting to see what's the next to come at the top of this deck. Also, what's at the bottom as well. Because it just gives me, like, what's to come next for some after this feeling. What's happening after? And I'm seeing, even though you feel like, look, I'm not losing any more sleep. If I am going to lose any sleep, it's going to be from the hard work that I put in for my family or for my pentacles or for my stability. Other than that, I'm not losing no sleep over things I have no control over or don't even want to engage in. Like, certain things is getting too much space in your brain. And that's what that Ten of Cups was in reverse. That's what's causing some unhappiness and dissatisfaction felt like your family was not coming together in a place to where you felt settling. It's like your happiness wasn't looking to the way you seen it to be. And that was really just to the point where that's where you feel like that's where your energy should be into. Getting that Ten of Cups right side up. And that's really always been where you feel your energy should be focused on. Now, when we talk about all these major arcanas in your energy, Aquarius, and this is like I said, I want to say this first and foremost. This is not a gender specific read, but however, when it resonates to certain energy, I have to tell you what I see. So what I'm saying is that this major arcana is all over this. Is the Chariot, the Magician, Temperance, and Empress. Mind you, is Cancer, Sagittarius, Gemini, Virgo. It's Earth energy all up in here. But it's definitely giving me where it's showing that overall, there's a grounding that you're trying to be in, something that makes more sense for you. And that's where you feeling like your focus is more into where, even to where, like I said, this loss of sleep, or you was like, you're done with the crying, you're done with, you know what I'm saying, being tired and not having the energy for the things that you want to do that make you happy. Now the Chariot is in reverse with the Six of Swords and the Magician to the tilt. Now, it's giving me the vibe that at one time you didn't feel that you could make a move to a better place. You didn't see a victory coming in the future. Like, you didn't see that happening until you made this move towards that action, took what you knew, took what you had, and started moving on to the direction of just a better place. You know? And the process of that, you seen how things started manifesting in a place to where you was like, is this really happening? Because of, and it was happening. Like the way all these major arcanas, I feel like is your angel, ancestor, spirit guide. The Most High is around you, basically confirming whatever you was feeling in your gut, whatever you was thinking with your third eye, is letting you know, like, okay, yes, you're right. So, with that Magician to you was doing the things that you were supposed to do, you was making the steps that you need to make in the phase that you wanted things to get better. You knew that things wasn't feeling good, and you wanted to make sure it got to a more stable place by any means, by whatever it took for you to do, and the best place for you to do it, with what you have, you know, what you're capable of manifesting, what you're also able to bring. Now, with the 10% reverse is showing paired with all of this, with this 9 of Swords in reverse and that 10 of Cups in reverse, is the 10% reverse, Ace of Wands, and the 6 of Wands. So it's showing like to where you were done with waiting for things to balance out. You was done on like pouring into things that was wasteful. It was taken away from what you needed to pour into yourself. And in the process of that, you just found this different path, like a passionate purpose flew in the center of you where you felt like, you know what, this is where I'm going to go. This is where I need to head to my victory with the 6 of Wands. It's like you come up out of all of that tedious worry and petty poking and prodding and things that was out to distract you from your goal, and you got on your horse with what you know, with that passionate purpose and intent, took that in your hand and moved to your promised land. I think I like to be rhyming because it makes it flow more easy when I be doing. Okay, so with this Empress energy, it's this abundance. Once you start heading off to this victory, OMG, the abundance of how you flourish in your beauty, Aquarius. Okay, because mind you, all these major arcanas is looking very nurturing to you, very protective and growing to you, because they all are feminine in the drawings. But with the Knight of Swords coming in, it looks as like you have something really strong coming to you, okay? Because the way this mother sucker, this mother plucker is coming to this Empress, like, I'm coming to save the day. Like, this mother plucker, somebody's coming on their way.
right underneath that Ace of Wands, it looks like right after you make your um it's like once you start heading to your better place and you're victorious, either way, that Ace of Wands, that passion, that promise is coming in swift, determined, even if they're not on the level of you. And let me say that because that Empress and that Knight, they're not evenly matched. It might be an age difference or whatever the case might be, or maturity level. But what is shown is that mother sucker is determined. And I say, this motherfucker is determined. Coming in hard, fast, and swift. And it's so fast and swift that it kind of throw you off a little bit. Because that King of Pentacles is in reverse. It's like, wait, I thought I had this, but this Knight of Swords is showing you, no, I had it, you did enough, you pulled through enough, because you did the sixes. You did the Six of Swords, you did the Six of Wands, you moved on, you were victorious, you're still abundant. And now this Knight of Swords is trying to say, okay, I might not be able to do all the things you do, but I can do some things. And then even with the King of Pentacles in reverse, it's like, you realize, okay, even to where you, because you're like, okay, I got it, but I don't have it all. I'm not able to do everything, even though I make it look so well, like I can do it. I make it look easy, but it is not. It is not, you know. That's why you're feeling like even with this Ten of Cups in reverse, with the King of Pentacles in reverse, a part of me is thinking, or do you think this Knight of Swords is capable of grabbing the reins the way he grabbed this horse to come tell you he's able to? It's like you don't think they're capable. You really believe you're going to be disappointed. For some of you, okay? Some of you really believe that. You believe that this passionate purpose is going to be under fulfilled by who's making this promise to you. But we'll see. We will see. What we have for Aquarius? For clarification, please. March 8th to March 15th, 2022. I'm just trying to get a good shape. It's like it sounds so stiff. I'm trying to get it to shake without dropping all these cards on the floor. Okay. Four of Wands. Yep. This is your foundation. This is about your foundation, how you're going to grow and flourish. And that's why at one point you was like, no, I'm not going nowhere. I want to build fudge sickles. You want to build where you are. Okay, let me put this down because some cards flipped right here. But this whole deck flipped on the floor. And I'm not taking it because they are all upright. So we're going to take what's flipped in this deck. Alrighties. So what we have is, let's see, we have the Eight of Swords in reverse on that Six of Swords. What else do we have here? We have the Five of Wands in reverse on that Magician. Alrighties. Let's see what else we have here. Alright. So we have the Fool in reverse on the Temperance in reverse. Major Arcana, Major Arcana. Double confirmation. Thank you. God, appreciate it. Two of Swords on that Ace of Wands. The Magician in reverse on that Six of Wands. What else we got here? Knight of Wands on that Empress. Three of Pentacles in reverse on that Knight of Swords. And what else do we have here? What else do we have here? Just for clarification, please, on that King of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, now what's face up is this Ace of Wands in reverse on the tilt. Also fell on my lap is the Four of Cups in reverse. So something, yeah, it's definitely feeling like the reason why you are feeling like you can't trust this offer that's coming to you is it is like you're reconsidering it because it's something that you once never thought was plausible for some of you. Bottom of this deck is the Eight of Wands. Alrighties. So even in this process of you feeling like you're not losing no more sleep over things that has no reason to be taking up space in your brain or in your heart or draining your energy, is because it took too much from you. And the process of taking too much from you is also things that was coming for us. Messages, phone calls, emails. Some things was coming to you that was like coming at the wrong time. It was coming in a swift manner. Some things came at the right time that you needed to see and get the confirmation. Let's just explain that part. But some things was coming at the time when you was already taking care of other things. You know? Now, because one thing about the Eight of Wands, it represents to me with on this particular deck, when it's clarifying deck, it represents to me when something comes, like even with that will, it's like it depends on with the clock in the middle, when is the time and then it's gonna come in. Is it going to serve you at the right time, or is it going to come in at the wrong time? Okay? And the Empress is right underneath. Okay, let's keep going with the clarification for you. So even with this Chariot in reverse, oh, let's also talk about the major arcana that came out in the second clarification. The Magician in reverse and the Fool in reverse came out in the center of you in this Nine of Swords energy, which is Ten of Cups and all this other stuff in reverse. Because it's showing that even when it could be Aries and Gemini, and I get Virgo energy in that too, but it's also giving me where within the reversing and clarification, it's showing that some things is not being done appropriately or in accordance, and that's why as your clarifications that definitely God is confirming with you, confirming to you what you already know. Your angels and ancestors, they're letting you know you're not, it's not in your head. You're not making a mountain out of a molehill. You know, what you feel in your gut and your spirit is true, it's accurate. Okay, so when you was feeling as if, you know, I'm not going to make a movement because I don't see a victory somewhere else, it's also clarified by the fact that you thought that you could really solidify a foundation that can grow, that can flourish, you know, within there. But when you seen that it had to be done to where you make a move who loves you and really you believe that can take this ride with you to a better place, it's clarified by the Eight of Swords in reverse. You came out of this thinking and you're getting out of the BS. You came out of this place of where you use these swords, you use the things, these thoughts, and got you in more to make a move. You got all these thoughts in line to where you could use all the things that was in your head, like keeping the things that you needed, tossing away all the BS, and going to another place. It's like the refusal, like I said, to let this stuff keep effing with you. Now with this magician, clarified by the Five of Wands in reverse, it's also showing this magician, she's tilting to the side because she's really asking God and, you know, like, please, how can I make sure I do this without really losing it? You know, because even with the lack of sleep that you was going through and all the things that you was balancing and multitasking, it was like, you know what, it's exhausting, and in order for you to stay in a good place of manifestation, you had to really let go of certain things that did not, no longer, you had to really heal from that Five of Wands energy. You had to heal from taking on too many things that you didn't need to take on. Paying attention to people that was just frivolous. Okay? Where the Temperance is in reverse, clarified by the Fool in reverse, is showing that you're not patient and giving into things that don't let you pour into things productively, because at the end of the day, that's clarified by this conscious leap to only jump into things that make sense. Because it's like it only have to make sense from that. Like the logical part of it, your Aquarius mind, the air sign, come on now, the sword thrower. Like this is it has to make sense or it has to go. Now with this Ace of Wands coming, this passionate intent and this promise coming in like waving this magic stick, you're like, should I? I might not, because a part of you is like, is it reliable? Is it going to play possum or pull a stunt to where? Because one thing about this Two of Swords and this thing, this mother plucker, I don't know what kind of animal it is. I don't know if it's a possum. I don't know what that mother plucker. But it looked like something that, even with the swords down on both sides, it's like something that's keeping you confused, you know? And it's like the reason, like even when this passionate promise come to you, it's like you're gonna be, it's like confused on how to go about doing it. Because it's like a decision you had to make on which way better serve you. And you're not looking down at where the sword is pointed down to where it's coming to like, oh no, it's to confuse you. You're looking more up towards the fact of, even if you have to force yourself, you know, you're forcing yourself to look up, to look above the bull crap. Okay? So even with this victory, yay, shout out to you, because you did come above and beyond these five of wands and things that was there just to really F with you. And you came and you beat that, and meant you beating that and becoming victorious over it is clarified by the magician in reverse. So even in that process is showing that even to maintain this victory, it was some things that was either, it's like some things was done in the process of with your manifestation and your blessings. It's not saying it was wasted. It's not. It's just that it's like it's kind of like you called in a favor on somebody, on something that was really not worthy of your long term. It's like it took too much of your energy on a small thing that you defeated. Not saying it wasn't worth your energy, but just saying it wasn't worth as much as your energy that it consumed to get this victory. Okay, but where it shows where you are abundant, flourishing, growing, glowing, beautifully sitting there like it didn't affect you the way it did. It's clarified by this Knight of Wands. Clarified that the Knight of Wands is like unbothered. He looks unfazed. He's in and out before you can even realize what is on their mind. It's like you don't want people to know the way you flow. People don't even know too much about you unless you let them know. Okay? Now with this Knight of Swords who know all he needs to know, it's clarified by the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So even though this Knight of Swords coming flying to you, sword out, it's not going to work in the way he want to do it. Because the Three of Pentacles in reverse. And I think that's why that King of Pentacles is in reverse, clarified by the Ace of Wands in reverse. So for some of you seeing that, even the way that Knight of Swords come in, thinking, okay, I got this, it is a lot for him to do on his own. That's what it's showing. It's like if you put it all on him, and we talk about genders, about whoever this is that is not, you're an empress and this is a knight, it's like, yeah, it's not really balanced. It's not even a king, but it's not saying he's not capable. But you can't tell him nothing. But in the process is, he can't take on all the things like this without you. And that's why that Ace of Wands is on the tilt in reverse. It's like you want to give in. You feel like it's written, but you feel like even in the process of being written, because even this Ace of Wands on the tilt, this Ace of Wands is something that's written. You're not sure of how it's written. You're not sure if it is the fine print. And that's why it's giving you some feeling as if you can't completely trust it, and you feel like even though you're not going to lose no sleep over it, you got to still prepare and put work in to ensure that it's not going to be relying on what this Knight of Swords say he could do. It's more or less on what you making sure you have. Okay? And that don't make you happy. You're very annoyed with that. Okay? Now, this divine protection was thinking in my hand. The Most High, divinely God protected, destined. What else do we have for you? Let's see, I'm missing a call right now, but it's okay. Aquarius, you dead. You right in the center. Right in the center. And Cancer. Okay, so it's showing. Look, God is protected, destined. Like I was trying to explain to you in this whole read all around you. I feel it. You feel it. You know what it is. You just want the confirmation, and whoop, here it is. Because that's what it's showing. And even in the center of it is you, Aquarius. Your wish fulfillment, where you feel free to be you. You got to feel completely free to pour into the things you need. That's your movement to victory. That's where you see you supposed to be. So now the advice and outcome, please, for Aquarius. March 8th to March 15th, please. Here we silent. Yeah, you need to hear this. For those who this resonates to, this was coming right when it was supposed to. Yeah. Seven of Swords with the Ten of Wands. Yeah. And before my last shuffle, I seen the Seven of Swords with the Ten of Wands. It's like you want to keep some things to yourself on the moves you have to make because you will not be burdened. You will not be burdened because you really feel burdened. And you feel like the burden that you feeling is put you in a place where you have to make proper moves to ensure that you're prepared for if it's all on you. Which for some, look, the third eye. I see. Yeah, you see certain things coming. Hydrate, get the water you need, get the nerve, get the fulfillment, your cups. When I see hydrate, it means some of you need water, but it also shows that you need more love. You need more cups. Here we go. Unbothered, nonchalant, not a front. Is that Aquarius or what? Because I know a few. Okay? They're not fronting when they really show that. All right, we're going to take the rest of these. The bottom of this deck. Comic Con Storm. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. This came out again at the bottom of this deck. And I just want to also tell some of you, I know another Aquarius who that's her alter ego. So I know this resonates to someone. Because Comic Con Storm is this thing. It's like not only is she super beautiful as far as she's depicted in the movies and in the comics, but however is the way she takes control, how she uses the storm is her strength. Okay, so even though you're unbothered, nonchalant, and it's not a front, Knight of Cups, a break from responsibilities arrives. Do something nice for yourself. Let others pamper you. Okay, cleanse, sage, and crystals. Yeah, you got to get to a good place to where you really probably need to zen out. Tinkerbell, if you don't believe, you won't see. Mess with Peter Pan to make her mad. So it seems like, yeah, you got to really believe but I see that one is like, if you don't believe in who this Aquarius is, you won't see the power and beauty of who, and you'll miss the opportunity. And also it's showing if you mess with Peter Pan, mess with her man is saying. Okay, you won't see nonchalant no more. All right, that part. Okay, defensive. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to me on her Robert De Niro or his Robert De Niro? Yeah. Yeah, seeming as if, this feeling as if for some of you, you're not happy and it's known. It's known that you're very pretend damsel and victim. You may feel somebody around where it makes you super defensive and annoyed is the fact that you think somebody's playing a pretend victim, a pretend damsel, and it's irking you. Okay. Temperance, more Sagittarius energy, compromise, bring happiness, patience, please. Yeah, please. Also seeing Four of Pentacles, keep an eye on all investments. Your savings is your protection. What I said. The Chariot, victory is on the horizon. Reject negativity, but don't judge harshly for a good journey. Awesome. Page of Wands, tact and diplomacy, eager and passionate to learn more. Heat beneath your feet, hitting the streets. Look like you hit the streets. It looked like you made a move. It looked like you went to a better place, making the best of what happened in your situation. Very protective, very intuitive, very much in the way of what you're trying to do for your highest good. And I salute you. Truly I do. Because it's not easy. And for this week, it seems you're making the best of it's a stress test. And you got a hold of it. I hope this resonates to you, beautiful Aquarius, to your highest good. Till next time, please like, share, subscribe if you enjoy the vibe and all that wonderful stuff. Love and light.